The lieutenant nodded to another officer to change the images on the screen behind him. Regrettably, 2 were killed. Gunshots to the head, the other was abducted. The agents were acquiring information on the Woyashi terrorist group responsible for the Swiss embassy bombing and the assassination attempt on General Elias Silas. The abducted agent is believed to be in possession of a hard drive that holds classified information on Woyashi's current dealings with a weapons of mass destruction physicist. The lieutenant paused. Any questions? Do we have any details on the abductee's status, sir? Are they ambulatory? Sawyer recognized the lieutenant as one of the 2 Navy SEAL teams responsible for the breach. Meehouse was an absolute monster the second his boots hit the ground. The hostage was lucky to have him leading the charge. We don't know his current condition, but we do know this group is ruthless and violent, and their methods of interrogation are brutal. So you'll need to be prepared for a carry. Meehouse nodded. The lieutenant waited to see if anyone else had something to ask or add, and when they didn't, he began to go over the details of the SEAL's drop site. Intel confirms the hostiles have a camp in Novo Arapuana. They have heavy artillery, so be prepared for return fire. Their numbers are roughly 4 or 5 dozen men, so watch your backs and each other's. The mission specialist, Master Chief Robinson, motioned toward Sawyer. Because of the severity and threat level of this mission, we brought in 2 of the fleet's best boat teams to pull you boys out of the trenches. Chariot, commanded by CWO Oakley, and Neptune, commanded by the infamous CWO Sawyer. There were a few hoo-yahs and whoops thrown in their direction, especially at Oakley as he stood wide-legged with his arms crossed over his broad chest and his infamous light hazel eyes shining pale yellow in the sunlight hidden behind a pair of gold-rimmed aviator shades. The lieutenant dismissed them, and each team filed out of the room and went in their own directions. Sawyer hung back to say a few words to Oakley. He hadn't worked with him before, but his reputation preceded him. Sawyer and his crew were notorious for skirting the rules, but when a mission operator called for the best, Sawyer was the one who answered. But he made no mistake that Oakley's guys were in a very close second. While Oakley had a conversation with a couple of boys from the SEAL team, Sawyer tried not to pay attention to the way the other boat chief filled out his fatigues. He didn't usually size up other men. Maybe it was hero worship. You ready to take a swim, Chief? Sawyer jerked his head up to find Oakley's attention square on him. Always ready, he answered, taking Oakley's outstretched palm and giving it a firm shake. What can I do for you? Oakley had a deep voice with a smooth baritone timbre. Well, it's not often I meet a legend. Sawyer smirked, staring at his own reflection in Oakley's black lenses.